So when people have financial security, they're not obsessed with money. The extremely poor and the extremely rich are only thinking about money. What kind of life is that? Wealth is a state of mind or a state of consciousness that we can call abundance consciousness. The opposite of that is something called scarcity consciousness or poverty consciousness. You can be the richest person in the world, but you can still be poor. And that means you have all the money, billions of dollars, but you don't have generosity of spirit. You don't know how to spend the money. You don't know how to enjoy the money. You don't know how to use the money for having good experiences. All you do is you hoard money, and then you use money to make more money, to make more money, to make more money, to make more money, and never have the time to enjoy it. So poverty consciousness governs two kinds of people, the extremely rich and the extremely poor. Why? Because their identity is money. The extremely rich confuse net worth with self-worth. The extremely rich think that their net worth is their self-worth. They think about money all the time. The extremely poor also think about money all the time. So in order to actually have fun generating money, which is the symbolic representation of your values, is to be in abundance consciousness. Ask yourself, if you had all the money in the world and all the time in the world, how would you express your unique gifts? Be grateful for that, and you open the door to abundance consciousness. And abundance consciousness is not just about money. Money is a symbolic representation, as I said, for the exchange of values. If somebody's values are pornography, that's how they'll make money. If somebody's values are creating a healthy, joyful world, they'll make money through well-being. If somebody's values are corporate well-being, they'll do good work for their employees. They'll take care of their employees because they know that employee happiness is connected to customer happiness, and customer happiness is connected to investor happiness, and investor happiness is connected to the wealth of the company. So you have to take everything in account: personal relationships, social interactions, workplace, community well-being, physical well-being, emotional well-being, spiritual well-being, all combined give you what we call financial well-being or financial security. So when people have financial security, they're not obsessed with money. The extremely poor and the extremely rich are only thinking about money. What kind of life is that? Right now, by the way, we have a very poor relationship with money, and it's the cause of stress in the world. And it's important to have financial tools, so somebody can give you financial tools on how to manage what you have. It's also important for the workplace to make sure that you have savings, that you have time for vacation, that you can educate yourself or your children, that you have retirement benefits, so you feel safe. And that is the new initiative in many entrepreneurial organizations, in many businesses. I founded something called Just Capital, where we identify companies that are doing good and improving the world situation. So all these initiatives are helping us move into a realm of more financial security. We just have to use the tools. I think employees need to be taken care of, number one, but they also need to be educated about financial security. So should customers be educated about financial security. So should investors be educated about financial security. Having said that, it is the responsibility of everyone right now who's in business to make sure that we feel financially secure, because financial insecurity and stress go together. Right now we're having three pandemics actually. One is the COVID-19 pandemic. The second is the financial crisis pandemic. People don't have jobs. And also the fact that we have a culture here where you spend money that you haven't earned to buy things that you don't need to impress people that you don't like. And then you worry why you have all the stress. So financial stress, financial distress, absolutely insane spending habits, for things that you don't need, and no education on financial security is creating the havoc that we have. People don't even, if they miss one paycheck, they can't pay their rent or they can't buy food. What kind of situation is that for the richest country in the world? Social media allows us to confuse ourself with our selfie. So everybody's self-esteem is based on their selfie, and they've forgotten who they are. And that's how we impress people. You know, the statistics show that if you could move to a house, let's say you have a house that's worth $500,000, but you could tomorrow move to a house that's worth $1 million, but your neighbor's house is 2 million, you won't move. You want to be better than your neighbor. This is how we confuse ourselves with our selfies. So social media is actually very destructive when it comes to financial security or any kind of security. It's security about how you look, security about how you feel, security about your relationships. This is all being sacrificed because we do not know how to talk to each other as human beings. We talk through machines and through selfies. The future of emergence depends on maximum diversity of people, shared vision, complementing each other's strengths, open systems, feedback, and transparency. If we do that, we can create abundance for the world. And I worked hard. I started, trained in medicine, trained in endocrinology, internal medicine, mind-body medicine, and I just expressed my passion, that's all. And, I was like, somebody's singing in the bathroom and people liked the song. And so they started buying my books. And I was lucky. What can I say? It wasn't planned. I was just doing my PhD, which I define as passion, hunger, and drive.